Hello everyone, this is Eugene Finely speaking. I'm realizing that I'm in a bit of a backlog because all these shows are coming out at the same freaking time. Oh well, one at a time I guess. And I can't promise that I will cover everything, but I'll keep in mind to talk about all of those that I was looking forward to at least. The same goes for this one. This is an anime with probably the scariest sounding synopsis I have seen of Winter 2017. Ooh, what can we expect here? We're diving into the first episode of Youjo Senki. Let's go! So first thing to note, as I expected when going into this anime, is going to involve a lot of military elements with war and all that sort of stuff. However, what I did not expect was the inclusion of magic in this anime. Like there are these individuals called mages, and they are able to fly with the help of some mechanical devices. Sometimes it's a shoe, sometimes it's a metal horse. I really don't know how this works yet in the first episode. But besides that, they are able to use magical spells to enhance their attacks and even defend themselves using shields. So if you combine all that, it sounds like we're in for a blast. You see what I did there? Because explosions equals blast. Okay, never mind. So while the story of this anime is kind of confusing, the first episode definitely did its job in giving the overall picture of what's going on. Our focus takes us to the nation of the Empire, and this nation is said to be surrounded by other neighboring forces that could potentially pose a threat to it because of its reputation as a successful nation. As such, military forces have been sent out to the boundaries to keep enemies in check. Fighting in the front lines as a high-level mage is the main character. I guess she's the main character, but I'm not too sure, whose name is Tanya Degerechev. And from this first episode, she displayed a frightening act of wiping out the enemy forces all by herself, and in an overpowering feat for that matter. It's probably because she possesses this magical pendant with a category of type 95 or something like that. Like I said, I don't know how this all works yet, but one thing I do know is that she is merciless to anyone that gets in her way, be that the enemy or ally, as evident to what happened at the end of episode 1. From this first episode, while I get the general idea about the setting which involves the Empire fighting off the enemies, I am not entirely sure what the focus of this anime is going to be. Is it going to be the usual situation of focusing on the battles? Is it going to be a dilemma about putting Tanya in charge of things? Or is it going to be something even more unbelievable and Tanya ends up pulling something sneaky amongst the allies? I really don't know what's going to happen. There are just so many possibilities. And speaking of which, what's the deal with Tanya? The synopsis does say that she was being reborn due to a wrathful god or something like that. They haven't made mention of that, but I am really interested to find out about her backstory and how that came to be. Also, her voice. Holy crap, it sounded weird. I mean, I guess they weren't lying when they said that she spoke with a little girl's lisp. Now, the animation is done by a studio that I have not heard before, probably because they are new. Studio Nut apparently is in charge of this, and I will say that for the first time seeing something by them, I'm quite impressed actually. It does look pretty good to watch, especially during scenes when magic was involved. However, I'm not really comfortable with their art style all that much yet, just because I feel like objects in the anime are really in contrast with the backgrounds that they're in. And I guess that's something I need to get used to first. But then the other issue is of the character designs. While I don't really find much of an issue with the male characters, the female characters on the other hand, especially one of Tanya's subordinates, Victoria Ivanovna Serebrakov, jeez, that's a mouthful. Her character design looks kind of weird to be honest, and it really was something that bugged the heck out of me during the watch. I mean, I hope I can get through that because that's not really the most important thing around here. All in all, I really don't see any major issues from this first episode. And like I said during my overview video, with something serious like this, they can't really fuck things up, right? Although one of my subscribers did say that it does get pretty messed up, and I can totally see that happening. But regardless, I'm still going to go through with this anime and see what the heck happens. I have a feeling that this is going to be a true heart-pumping experience. So I guess I'm leaving this short because we have already reached the recommendation section. This time around, I'm going to be recommending two anime as well. The first recommendation does have a similar situation as as Yojo Senki in a way that the main characters do act like soldiers and fight for their country, and that is Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, because the main characters do fight off enemies that are trying to go against the government, but then the government itself does have something sneaky going on with it, just like the way that Tanya is kind of sneaky and pulls something off with the allies and stuff, as evident from the first episode. So I feel like it's going to have that sort of twist, and Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood really does fit that sort of situation. And really, even if it doesn't fit the whole situation, I would recommend this anime regardless, because Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is one of my favorite anime out there, and I highly recommend you guys to check this anime out if you haven't watched it already. I mean, like, if you haven't watched it, what the heck are you doing? Go get to it. It may be long, like 64 episodes or so, but it's worth the watch. I promise you that. And then my second recommendation is similar to Yojo Senki in a way that it does feel like a really intense war anime, because our main characters are all fighting off these enemies, and it does get pretty intense, and that is Shingeki no Kyojin, or the English title, Attack on Titan. And this is one anime which I would say is one of the most horrifying anime that I've seen out there. It gets really intense. You never know which of these characters is going to end up dead and being killed by the Titans and stuff. And it is really engaging to watch because of all the incredible animation being done by Production IG and Witch Studios. Really one of the most popular anime, and again, like Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, if you guys have not watched it, what the heck have you guys been doing? It is pretty amazing, and really I highly recommend you guys to watch it. Even though it is not complete, I still really loved it, and yeah, you guys should definitely check that out. And so between these two, I hope you guys find something that you would like. And if you guys have watched both of these, well, I hope you guys have the skills to find something new in the future. And that's all I have to say for Yojo Senki. And oh boy, I'm guessing this is going to be one of the most intense anime that I see from the winter 2017 season. And really, I don't know how everything's going to turn out, but I'm pretty sure that it's going to turn out decent at least. Who knows what the heck happens, but I'm interested to find out. And so, more to come. I'm really hoping to see. There are a lot of other anime that I'm really looking forward to, and hopefully I can get the videos out sooner or later. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and do stay tuned to the next time of whatever I make. Until next time, bye!